Yes. The offices of the Director of Public Prosecution and the Directorate of Criminal Investigation have clashed over the prosecution of embattled Kenya Ports Authority Managing Director Daniel Manduku. Now, while the DCI arraigned Manduku over graft charges, DPP officers were ambushed by Manduku's presence in court. The discordance between the two officers handing him freedom, as the DPP took over the file for review before pressing any charges. Sam Ogina reports on signs that the officers, headed by George Kinoti and Noordin Haji, may no longer be at ease.
It would appear that there are simmering differences between the officers of the DPP and DCI if the display at court today is anything to go by. After arresting KPA MD Daniel Manduku and KRA Commissioner for Customs Kevin Safari over alleged tender fraud, DCI officers produced the two in court, ambushing their DPP colleagues who had no clue. Caught off guard, the prosecution could not press charges, in fact, expressing dismay at the arraignment of the duo.
What is unfolding before this court today has a massive implication on the roles of the DCI and the role of the DPP. They will sort their mess outside.
Manduku and Safari did not take plea. Instead, they were freed after the DPP recalled the file for review. Manduku, in a fresh probe, was arrested for unlawfully gazetting Michel Courts and Nairobi Inland Cargo Terminal as KPA cargo facilities, yet they did not meet the requirements of a cargo handling facility.
We have seen the charges. That chicken can't fly.
We are not fighting corruption. We are fighting success and development. Because if you have individuals in state office who want to countermand what is being done by other state officers without any justifiable reason whatsoever, then that is a recipe for trouble.
With the DPP taking over the file for review, this will be the second file on KPA sitting on the DPP's desk. In November of 2019, DCI forwarded a 2.7 billion shillings investigative file to the DPP. The file covered a probe report on the Makongeni Goodshed project, construction of concrete barriers, and the Kisumu Port revitalization project. 4 months later, the DPP is yet to take any action. Appointed with impeccable backgrounds of being top sleuths in their various fields, the duo enjoyed both public and political goodwill, breathing life in the renewed war on graft. With bravado and zeal, Fridays became a dreaded day of the week in many public offices, with the danger of arrest almost always lacking. But the public display between the DCI and the DPP have been fading steadily. From the numerous arrests made by the DCI and subsequent arraignment by the DPP, the high-profile cases have turned out to be empty cannons fired by the two institutions. Many public and state officers hounded out of office on graft allegations, but without a single conviction from the litany of cases 2 years since Kinoti and Haji assumed office. While the DPP has been pointing an accusing finger at the judiciary, today's event has lifted the lid and exposed the likelihood of another culprit. That is the infighting between two institutions that to a large extent dictate whether a conviction can be secured or not.
The only person who has the power and the mandate to bring charges before a court of law is the DPP. The DCI do their investigations, present the files.
It will leave you wondering what is the state of the administration of justice and the rule of law in Kenya. This is chaotic. It is chaotic.
With the DCI and the DPP at cross purposes, the war on graft could likely lose steam. It is a setback in the criminal justice system with two of its key and critical officers at loggerheads. The DPP now sitting on two files on the embattled KPA Managing Director Daniel Manduku as the DCI digs in. Sam Ogina, Citizen TV.